Pikanowski and O'Donnell Trudeau once said, "Each organization has its own way of doing what it does and its own way of talking about what it is doing." That is also true for Young Life. I've been a part of it since my freshman year of high school, and now as a leader, I see that the culture of our organization very much affects the way that we communicate with one another. In order for an organization to have a strong culture, they must hold certain values. For Young Life, this can be summed up in one statement: every adolescent has the opportunity to meet Jesus Christ and follow Him. First, it's about high schoolers and sharing with them the gospel, and with this in mind, there are many rituals that have formed, such as club, campaigners, and camp. But before we get to this, let's back up. This value would not be possible if it weren't for the founder of Young Life, Jim Rayburn, in 1941. He can be seen as our organization's hero. In order to carry out our vision, there are several ways we do this. One of those is by having weekly staff meetings. As you can see, staff meetings are not formal and are very much value-driven. It is encouraged that everyone voices their opinion. Then, at the end of staff meetings, the rest of the leaders receive an email about what was discussed, and it includes all of the upcoming events in the following weeks. That way, we can be sure to mark our calendars and stay on top of things. Because of the open flow of the office, this often encourages collaboration among staff members to get their tasks done. The culture is also shaped by the fact that it's encouraged that everyone is friendly with one another and gets along. I had the opportunity to talk to Area Admin Sierra McFarland about how she believes the culture of Young Life is shaped by the communication that happens within the office.
I think the culture of the office affects the way we communicate in that we have our separate workspaces and everyone has a spot that is their own, but then people will come and congregate and work in their different areas. Like my desk is in the front, whereas everyone else's desk is in the back of the office, but people will come up front and work with me, and when they're working with me, it's very much like a collaboration of me asking questions and someone else asking questions and us all working on a project together. I think also the culture of the office is very laid back in terms of the way we dress and the way we interact with each other, and I feel like the office, there's always laughter and always goofiness as an integral part of what each day looks like.
Within the major culture of Lake Norman Young Life, there are also subcultures on each individual Young Life team. I have the privilege of being part of the Huff High School Young Life team. I also asked Sierra to give more insight into what her specific team culture looks like.
For my Young Life team, it's a mix of people who have full-time 9-to-5 desk jobs and people who work on Young Life staff and so have more flexibility in their schedule. And we communicate by text to set up meetings, and then we usually have a weekly team meeting where we talk about how we're all doing, exciting things that have happened in our lives and in ministry that week, and we talk about and plan club or other events for the upcoming week. It's usually held in the home of some of our leaders.
Up until now, I've discussed a lot of the planning that goes into the rituals that we have as a culture. One that I did not talk about is contact work. This is where we go out and meet high school kids where they're at. As you can see, this just looks like us hanging out, talking, and being with them in their environment. Contact work is one of the vital rituals to Young Life and the way that it allows us to communicate our values and vision. As Miller states, culture is socially created through the communicative performances of organization members, and that holds true for Young Life. Ben McDaniel, Area Director, says that there is always improvement for communication within an organization as our goals and values grow and change and shape over the years. Overall, I believe I'm part of an organization where the culture very much shapes and creates the way we communicate with each other on a day-to-day basis, and I am proud to be part of Young Life.